Well, this is a massive India Today impact. India Today's Mission Iraq has rattled the highest corridors of power. The Congress will move a motion in Parliament accusing the government of selling lies to the people. This after External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj's claims of the missing Indians being lodged in an Iraqi prison in Mosul were busted by India Today. Meanwhile, the government has claimed that its credibility cannot be questioned as its statement was based on information provided by the Iraqi government. Remember, India Today's Mission Iraq travelled to Iraq's now liberated Mosul in search of the missing 39 Indians. There we found that there was no prison, which Sushma Swaraj had talked about.
अब ये कह दिया गया कि वो बदूश की जेल में हैं और आपकी जो रिपोर्टर है उसने वो ये सीधा बता दिया कि वहां कोई जेल उड़ा दी गई है, कुछ है ही नहीं है वहां पे। 39 भारतीय नागरिकों का मुद्दा है, हमें सच बता दिया जाए।
Government is very keen, very sincere. Government is trying. You know, I am the petroleum minister. I know the intricacies of Iraq. We here sitting in Delhi, we should not be very judgmental about what is happening in Mosul and Iraq.
Now they are saying that some hospital is being built somewhere and they've been taken there to construct that hospital. Maybe so, I hope so. But then that doesn't take more than 5 minutes to find out if 39 Indians are there or not. No, we definitely demand an answer from the government. She never asked for any benefit or doubt. She was so categorical, so reassuring. Every time this issue has been raised on the floor of the Rajya Sabha, I am aware of it, that Mrs. Swaraj has been very categorical.
All right, I'm joined by Supriya, who's going to get us the very latest coming in on what is expected in Parliament today. Supriya, the agenda-setting reportage by India Today will resonate in Parliament. Give us the details.
Absolutely, yes, Preeti. In the upper house, that is Rajya Sabha, the Congress is keen to raise this matter to the hilt. We are hearing that the Congress party will be raising this issue and will be demanding answers from the government. As far as the Lok Sabha is concerned, there also Congress as well as Aam Aadmi Party is gearing up to raise this issue. Interestingly, the privilege motion will be moved by the Congress today against the External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. And what we are hearing is that this notice will be come up for hearing tomorrow. And also at the same time, that MEA is also looking into the entire issue, and the minister is keen to make a statement in the recent reportage that has been done by India Today, where it has been proved beyond find that there is no Badoosh jail as far as that reference to 39 missing Indians being lodged at Badoosh jail is concerned. Well, the political storm is already on as far as this entire matter is concerned. The who's who of the political arena is talking about this entire reportage which India Today has done, and at the same time they are keen to raise this matter to the hilt in the Parliament today.
All right, thank you, Supriya, for joining us. We'll, of course, keep coming back to you through the course of the day. All right, India Today now is the first and the only news channel to travel all the way to the areas in Iraq where 39 Indians were believed to be held captive. India Today's Aanchal Vora travelled to the prison where the Indians were supposed to be captive, only to find out that the prison had been razed to the ground by the ISIS. Watch this exclusive report.
3-1 7-3-4
Plumes of smoke, thuds of explosion. This is what became of Mosul after ISIS overran it in June 2014. 3 years later, this July, Iraqi forces recaptured the ancient city. Hopes flickered more than 3,000 kilometers in the east, across India. Hope that 39 Indians missing from Mosul since 2014 could still be alive.
जब बदूश की लड़ाई समाप्त होगी और वहाँ क्लियरिंग पूरी हो जाएगी, उसके बाद ही हमें पता लग सकेगा कि उनकी आज क्या स्थिति है, वो कहाँ है और किस हालत में है।
For families waiting for their loved ones, nothing could have been more reassuring. And that's when India Today sets out in search of our missing immigrants in Mosul. A journey through some of the world's most dangerous zones. The first by any Indian TV crew after Mosul's liberation from the deadly ISIS. Located in northern Iraq, this city has been no stranger to the rise and fall of civilizations. It's reduced to ruins once again. This is where ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi declared a global caliphate in 2014.
That's the Al-Nuri mosque from where Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi announced his caliphate. There is no clarity whether he's been killed or is still alive. West Mosul, though, lies in ruins. There's nothing left here. The moment you get here, the smell of rotting bodies catches up. There's only destruction as far as your eye can see. There are no human beings.
An estimated 40,000 people have been killed in Mosul. Many more are still unaccounted for. Our heart sinks to think of the fate of 39 Indians abducted by the ISIS in mid-2014. In Erbil, near Mosul, we meet members of the tiny Indian community. Tirupati belongs to Hyderabad and works at a popular restaurant here. He is worried about the fellow Indians gone missing.
It's very sad to they're stuck there. I don't know about them, where they are. Very, very sad, very, very sad. So we want to know where they are safe or they are in any trouble or like that.
Around 6,000 Indians live in Erbil. At the beginning of the conflict, 22,000 lived in Iraq. Most came here for work. Where did 39 of them disappear? We probe different agencies.
This is the office of the Red Crescent in Erbil, and we're about to go inside to find out if they have any information about the 39 Indians who were abducted in 2014. Remember, India's External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj continues to give hope to the families of these abducted Indians, and the Ministry of External Affairs did say that it was originally Red Crescent that gave them the information that the Indians are alive. So what's the status? Do they know anything? Have they been talking to the Indian government? Let's find out. Indian government said that Red Crescent has told them.
Havre Ehsan Sadiq has been the manager of Red Crescent's Erbil branch since September 2014. If there is any information that needs to be shared about civilians, it would go through him.
You're in charge of Red Crescent in Mosul, right?
Yeah.
If there is any information that any of your volunteers or workers find or in Mosul about Indians, will that come to you?
But 3 years, ISIS to control in the Mosul, and I didn't any information with the any people inside Mosul.
Erbil's main humanitarian agency is clueless, but our search continues. We now head to the heart of the conflict, in West Mosul. The entire area looks like a war zone. We move through endless lines of destroyed, deserted homes. That's the final mile. We are nervous, yet hopeful. Soon, we are joined by a local team. They led us to a path laden with mines. We walk, watching our steps carefully. What we discover is stunning. There's no sign of any prison anymore, let alone any person. We look at the rubble, shattered.
This is Badush prison. This is where, according to the intelligence India's External Affairs Minister has received, the 39 abducted Indians could possibly be. But that information is clearly absolutely incorrect, because this building, we're being told, was destroyed by ISIS itself years ago, and this area was liberated a few months ago, in fact, by the counter-terrorism unit of Iraq. What's left are just remnants of what was once a prison where ISIS had come to get some of their Islamist brothers released from, and it is at that time that they also ended up occupying the city of Mosul. The question hence continues to be, where are the 39 Indians? It is important to have hope, but looking at this, I have to say this is not what I expected to find. We faced many problems while coming here, and one was hoping that perhaps there'd be some good news that one could return home with. In Badush, on the outskirts of Mosul, in Iraq, Aanchal Vora.
Well, not just Parliament. India Today's Mission Iraq has now jolted the government into action, on the back foot clearly, with claims proven wrong. Now, the External Affairs Ministry and the Minister, Sushma Swaraj, is all set to meet the Iraq Foreign Minister, Al-Jafari. Sushma is expected to ask the Minister of the whereabouts of the missing 39 Indians and what steps can be taken to trace them and bring them back. Remember, the government is now in a spot after India Today travelled to Iraq and in search of the missing Indians, found no prison where Sushma Swaraj claimed the missing Indians were lodged.